So we're moving forward now. Now, I'd like us to talk about um, school resumption, and we can't do that without talking about a certain group of individuals who call themselves frontline leaders in a consultative commission for democracy in Southern Cameroon. I don't know what that means, but it would appear that they are fostering some semblance of what they call unity, and they're being encouraged by Thibault Nach. Thibault Nach, in one of his statements, I thought I should bring this up, also would say that the only way the international community can take us seriously is if we unite. I don't want to distract you on that, but if you want to comment on it, you can, Mr. President. But this is what I want us to look at because it's very instrumental with who is speaking to the people on the ground and the way Ambazonians, even some individuals within the government, are perceiving issues. Um, you One thing about this commission is that you are predominantly absent. Were you contacted, or is it by choice that you've opted not to be a part of this commission? Of you have never found them. There are lots of them. They even sent out a communique to give their own instructions as to what they want schools resumption to be. Please talk to us.
Uh, I don't seek relevance. I seek the actions that will lead to the liberation of our people. That's it. There are some people who are nowhere to be found as far as the actions that are moving this revolution is concerned. They are nowhere to be found. But they are in the quest for relevance. And so they can come together at any time and call themselves any name, or they can call themselves any name or do whatever. It's just a quest for relevance. Because suddenly they write a piece of paper and we are talking about it, for example. That is relevance. Or they share it on Twitter and somebody like Thibault Nach makes a comment. That's some relevance. So when you are in the action, you don't seek relevance. When you are out of the action, you seek relevance. We in this government of Southern Cameroon and Amazonia, we don't seek relevance because we seek the actions. And for me, I think that when it comes to the resolution of the conflict, it is those that are in charge of the actions that are relevant. So nobody contacted me in a club of relevant people who seek relevance. Why should they call somebody who doesn't need the relevance? I don't need relevance. If when we get to the moment when we have to discuss to be or not to be the fate of the Southern Cameroon and Amazonia, if they say that I did not sign a piece of paper so I am not relevant enough, then I will laugh and go away. Because that's not how conflicts are resolved. You know, if not that this revolution is taking place in the era of social media, some of those names you call there, can you even, if you don't look for that paper, can you pronounce them? Can you even identify them? Okay, just because they came and signed a piece of paper, we talk about them. No. Social media has created names and persons that okay, let me ask you something. If today I am no more here, I left this thing, I went like Peter, I became a fisherman, I'm doing my fishing, I will still be the leader. Will you still call me a leader? Because once upon a time we knew about Dr. Sako. So now when I go and sign a paper somewhere, they say, the leader has signed because I'm doing my fishing and I'm going my way. Because of what I used to do, where I used to be. Once you are there, always there for war without end. Amen. No, that is not how revolution is. That's not how control is determined. I am telling you that I encourage them to do whatever they are doing, but when it comes to solving the conflict, the international community and any party and anyone who is interested to join us in solving the problem knows how relevance is defined. It is defined by actions. You don't produce, you don't just gather and issue a piece of paper for relevance. Produce the actions that will make you relevant. As for us, we know that if you want to stop, if you want you want to stop the war, then you talk to those who are in the war. That's it. That is how it will be. The rest of them, because they have made themselves, uh, uh, they have shown interest in the outcome of the struggle. That's what I can say. They have shown interest because they talk about it. Because once upon a time they would talk about it, so they have shown interest. Some of them may be involved in the process if the principals think that they are relevant or
Yeah.
they will make a contribution. That's it. So come talk on the other side of that politics can talk about this politics all over. Anytime he talks about Ambazania, he's just seeking for relevance. But when the day of resolving the war comes, if La Republique thinks that on their side they will need a Camto, then they will talk to him. Otherwise, he is only relevant to the extent that he is producing the actions that determine the outcome or the end or not of this war. So I see all those gimmicks. Some of them after about 3 weeks, after we talk like this, that one will disappear. Then another communique will come out sometime maybe before December, and then some people talk about it again. Some people live and breathe because social media exists. To tell you the truth, I'm not minimizing anyone, but the truth is that when I see the weight that we put on them, they truly exist because they're social media. If 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 the war if the struggle for against apartheid in South Africa was happening at this age, yeah, at this time, ah, I'm sure they would have had about 500 so-called leaders all over the place. But everything was concentrated around a certain nucleus because there was this information age was not there. But today, anybody who has a place where he talks and 3 people, 10 people come to that program, 8 of them insult them, 2 of them say, yeah, 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 you are good. It's a leader. They put him, they add him on a list. When they sit down and sign a piece of paper, they say, oh, the leaders have just decided. No, leaders are leading. What are they leading? You are a leader. Show me what you are leading. Show me
Taking
who you are leading.
responsibility. They're taking responsibility, and and we've had Mr. Arno actually referring to that group as a critical mass. It was shocking for him to have made such a statement. But there's something very important. I wrote it down specially to ask you because it's a cause for concern. I understand that Nebafontem once dismissed you. A lot of them that are coming together now would have done a lot of things to you. But this is my question to you, Mr. President. Um, you have previously made efforts. We can name them ACON, ASC, Team Ambazonia, and so on and so forth. Even before that, you made a lot of efforts to bring these groups and those who call themselves frontline leaders together. But the outcomes were generally not positive. Now, as the leader of the movement that you are, that's indisputable. Have you given up on these efforts? Could you could your absence be perceived as encouraging disunity or within the Amazonian freedom movement if you are unable to find a middle ground or still believe that somehow you can carry some of these people along as you champion the liberation cause?
Uh, I want to say that there is a virtual Amazonia and there's a real Ambazonia. The virtual Ambazonia is everything that you find on social media and social media interactions, actions and interactions for and against this war. That is the virtual Ambazonia. But the real Ambazonia is the network of those who are actually responsible for what is going on in the southern Cameroons today, and that can make or mar what is going on. Yeah, I don't want, as I said before, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to cross bridges that are leading. I don't want to sit with people who are looking for what I don't know. The only people I am interested to talk with or to join hands with are people who are consequential enough on the ground, who are producing the kind of actions that we need to move this revolution forward. I don't want to make social media friends. I don't want to have people to follow me on social media, or I follow them as friends. Or what we call a meeting, we go there, we sit, we eat, we drink, and then we write a piece of paper and fly out there. That is inconsequential. That is not the kind of anybody promoting that kind of agreement is trying to water down our struggle, because that is not the struggle. That is not the struggle. That is on the periphery. The only people, actors that matter, you see, the only actors that matter in a revolution are those, the people who are producing the actions. If I'm ready to sit down to talk with them, because let me tell you, civil society cannot stop the war. It is the fighters that can stop the war. Civil society can only help to win the peace when the war comes to an end. I am an actor in this struggle. I'm not civil society. Some of those people, if you want to promote them a little, you will call them civil society of Amazonia. And anyone who is promoting only the civil society is either in denial of what is happening on the ground, or is misleading the international community to talk to people who cannot enforce a single resolution. What's the need of you gather together to make constitute yourself as anything, and that you can make decisions and resolutions that you cannot enforce? So it means that you are usurping, trying to take somebody's place. I am ready to talk. First of all, when I'm not contacted, I don't get crash. And when I am contacted, I will examine the sense or the nonsense in what is proposed to me. I will examine the content and everything combined and make an informed decision. But when I am not even contacted, it means they already judge it for themselves that they want to waste my time, because at least we have been defined already in this struggle. We have defined our character, our stance, our focus, and who we are. So sometimes some people judge it for themselves. They don't even try it with you because they know the answer before they come. But when it is serious enough, I trust me, I will know it. I will be informed. I will make a reasonable and decision. I will not decide because of ego. There's no decision I will take because of ego. Every decision I will take will be for the best interest of the struggle. Because to tell you the truth, when you are carrying the size of the burden you carry will determine your desire for a solution. You cannot carry the burden that I'm carrying, then you are not. Then I see a true solution. That is the yearning and the desire of the people of Amazonia. I don't embrace it because of some ego. No. But when you present me things that make no sense, you want me to join you in an ego context or a context for relevance, I will not. I will not. I will not waste my time. And I will not try to deceive the Amazonian by my body language that something is happening here when nothing is happening. The only thing that is relevant right now is whatever we do that will get us, that will keep the fire burning on the ground, that will bring better coordination and action on the ground and hold La Republic to the fight. That is what matters. And those are the kind of people, if you know them, please sample them. And those are the people I want to talk for now.